Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to day 3 of the National Championships. This time we are featuring the South-West Zonal Champions, the University of Ghana, against the Indom School of Business, who are making their maiden appearance at the Tertiary Business Sense Challenge. I welcome you to join me as we bring you another interesting contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tertiary Business Sense Challenge. It is brought to us by Graphic Business in partnership with ICAG and GTech. Our proud sponsors are MTN, Compu Ghana, Glyco Life, PwC, the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Our media partners are TV3, Daily Graphic, and Graphic Online. The program is streaming live on Facebook and all our social media platforms. Now, Indom School of Business and Technology, they are making their maiden appearance on the TBS stage like I indicated. They placed third at the South-West Zone in a contest with the University of Cape Coast and the University of Education Winneba. They did not perform badly. Of course, they have learned their lessons and they'll be willing, or they are going all out against the University of Ghana. Indeed, those valuable lessons that they have learned are with them and they are poised to win this contest. But they will have to do that against no meaner an opponent than the University of Ghana. The University of Ghana are 3-time South-West Zonal Champions, and they are looking to win the national championship for the very first time. They look poised to do that. But of course, they will have to test their might against the Indom School of Business and Technology, all the way from Elmina. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this one promises to be exciting. It promises to be engaging. Please join me. I shall welcome contestants from the two schools to take their seats upstage. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself. Who do I have from Indom School of Business?
Abdul Samed Abdullah, level 200 banking and finance.
Amwa Manasseh, level 300 banking and finance.
Lorisha Nelson, level 300 banking and finance.
You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Now, who do we have from the University of Ghana?
So, Jonathan Nina, BSc Accounting, level 300.
Peter Emeka Ike, level 300, banking and finance.
Edwin NTA, level 400, finance and economics.
You are welcome, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the contestants are seated. For the University of Ghana, they had the highest score at the zonal final. Yes, so they are looking to build on that high achievement at the zonal level. Let me ask you, University of Ghana, what should we expect from you at the national championships?
Being consistent with our performance.
How has the preparation been like?
It's been very good for us, and we hope to let it show.
You hope to let it show. We'll see how that goes. Indom School of Business and Technology, how has the preparation been?
Our preparation has been well organized.
What should we expect from you?
They should expect the best from us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we certainly have to expect the best from the Indom School of Business and Technology. It promises to be exciting. We will see how this one goes. 6 contests gone, 2 more to go. From the 6, we have Central University, Accra Technical University, the University of Cape Coast, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, University of Energy and Natural Resources, University for Development Studies. That is a rich list of institutions. One of these 2 schools will join that list. Which school will it be? Will it be the Indom School of Business and Technology on my left, or it will be the University of Ghana on my right? Ladies and gentlemen, your guess is as good as mine. Only time will tell. We begin the contest from round 1. Remember, the contest will be organized in 5 rounds. Round 1 is on theory. Round 2, calculations. Round 3 is our business case of the day. Round 4A is a graphic business segment. 4B is a true or false segment. The fifth and final round will be the riddles. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin with round 1. I begin this round from the University of Ghana. In this round, each school will have the opportunity of answering 6 major questions. If you get your major question correct, that is 3 points. You need to answer that in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to answer a bonus question for 1 point. 2 attempts only at a major question unless otherwise indicated. If it's a bonus, you have just 1 attempt. Now to you, University of Ghana, your major question. University of Ghana, you have to describe the purpose of test of controls in the audit process. Describe the purpose of test of controls in the audit process.
So the purpose of test of control in audit is to detect certain risks. So the purpose of test of control is to detect certain misstatements in the transactions we are doing in terms of, let me say, the financial statements. And then under the test of control, we can have the analytical procedures.
So with the test of controls, has to do with, these are the controls in place that management and organization use to detect how the controls that are in place to check misstatements and then fraud are functioning very appropriately.
That is correct. Now, Indium School of Business, describe the purpose of analytical procedures in auditing. Describe the purpose of analytical procedures in auditing.
Okay. So for analytical procedures, it measures the effectiveness of the audit process or the control system.
I won't take that. Your bell has sounded. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
So with the analytical procedures, it has to do with comparing financial and non-financial information to find the plausible, between comparative years, to find the plausible differences, and also when detected, to find ways of investigation, and then also making sure that these differences are solved, or solutions are brought to solve those differences.
That is correct. Now, University of Ghana, explain the concept of quantum merit as a remedy for breach of contract. Explain the concept of quantum merit as a remedy for breach of contract.
Okay, so for quantum merit as a remedy of breach of contract, this is a type of remedy where the person who undertakes the certain transaction has to be compensated for the level of transaction he has done. So if, let me say, he's 80% done with the work, then he's supposed to be compensated for that exact 80%.
That is correct. Now, Indium School of Business, explain the concept of specific performance as a remedy for breach of contract. Explain the concept of specific performance as a remedy for breach of contract.
All right, so specific performance is a situation whereby the court orders one of the parties to perform a specific obligation to fulfill the contract.
I'll accept that. Now, this is a common preamble to the two of you. Please listen carefully. You are supposed to answer this in 1 attempt only. 1 attempt. In a business environment, different types of communication flow depending on the direction of the information exchange. For the following scenarios, you have to identify the type of communication flow that is being described in 1 attempt only. Identify the type of communication flow in 1 attempt only. Please, is that clear? University of Ghana. An IT specialist from the IT department communicate directly with a senior marketing manager to discuss integrating a new software tool that will enhance the marketing team's ability to track customer interactions I take it again. An IT specialist from the IT department communicates directly with a senior marketing manager to discuss integrating a new software tool that will enhance the marketing team's ability to track customer interactions.
Diagonal communication.
Yes, diagonal communication. Indom School of Business, the head of sales department and the head of the customer service department hold a meeting to discuss how to improve the customer feedback process. The head of the sales department and the head of the customer service department hold a meeting to discuss how to improve the customer feedback process.
Horizontal flow.
Yes, that is correct. For the next set of questions, we begin with Indom School of Business, but this is also a common preamble. Please take note. Common preamble. Shark repellent strategies are defensive measures used by companies to avoid or fend off hostile takeovers. These strategies make a company less attractive or more difficult to acquire. You have to explain the following shark repellent strategies for takeovers. Explain the following shark repellent strategies for takeovers. Now, Indom School of Business, yours is golden parachute. Golden parachute.
This is where the salaries of the managers are rise to above their usual or the normal pay, making it expensive for the takeover or the company which is coming to take over.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Yes, indeed, the compensation packages, but that package will only kick in when the takeover happens. Now, University of Ghana, yours is staggered board. Staggered board.
So with the staggered board, it's a form of anti-takeover where the target company decides to structure its board in the form of staggers. That is so that the company that wants the hostile takeover will not be able to get access to the entire board. So it is structured in a way that the board of the target company is structured in a way that the hostile takeover company is not able to get access or be able to influence the board.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. All right, next set of questions, also a common preamble. Common preamble. Indom School of Business. Now, there are several types of unemployment, each arising from different causes and conditions within an economy. Understanding these types help economists and policymakers address unemployment more effectively. You have to distinguish between the following types of unemployment. Distinguish between the following types of unemployment. Indom, yours is cyclical unemployment and seasonal unemployment. Cyclical unemployment and seasonal unemployment.
All right. So seasonal unemployment is a situation or unemployment that occurs due to changes in weather conditions, and cyclical unemployment occurs or is an unemployment that takes place when there is changes in demand.
When there's change in what? Demand.
Demand of the current goods. Maybe let's say if right now, like customers want to purchase, let's say, geisha soup, and now due to some reasons they want to switch from geisha to, let's say, mother soup.
That's fine. I'll accept that. It's fine. Now, University of Ghana, yours is frictional unemployment and structural unemployment. Frictional unemployment and structural unemployment.
So frictional unemployment is a type of unemployment where that happens when an employee is trying to move from one form of job to another form of job. So that period is the frictional period. And then we have the structural unemployment. This is a type of unemployment that has to do with the structure of the economy. So as the economy undergoes changes, then this employment happens because there's going to be a disparity between the skill set of jobs that is available and then people who are available.
Skill set is what I was waiting to hear, and that is correct. Indian School of Business, what is a board diversity policy and why is it important in corporate governance? What is a board diversity policy and why is it important in corporate governance?
Okay, so board diversity policy is a type of policy that is employed to ensure that bonds are, the bonds are scattered, or companies buy a lot of bonds so that they reduce.
So like the board diversity is like dividing the board into various departmental groups.
I won't accept that. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
So with the board diversity policy, it's where the composition of the board members are individuals having diverse expertise and skill sets, and the purpose of it is to have a board that have a rich pool of experience and also have independence that's from their various backgrounds, and to also bring different perspectives. That should it be that decision making?
Yes, it's okay. Yes, that is correct. Now your major question, University of Ghana. What is shareholder engagement and what is its significance in corporate governance? What is shareholder engagement and its significance in corporate governance?
So shareholder engagement has to do with having all shareholders come on board in a case where the company has to undertake a decision or a project. So all shareholders must have a hand in the decision or in that project. And its importance to corporate governance is that it ensures or facilitates inclusion of all shareholders on board, which also enhances the interest of the shareholders.
I'll take that. On that note, we come to the end of round one. That is the end of round one, ladies and gentlemen. It is a contest between the University of Ghana and the Indian School of Business and Technology. A place at the quarterfinal is at stake. We have 6 schools in the quarterfinal stage already. We await the winner of this contest to join them. We wait to see how the round one went. But this program is brought to us by Graphic Business, ICAG, and GTech. Our media partners are TV3, Daily Graphic, and Graphic Online. Our sponsors, MTN, PwC, Ghana National Association of Teachers, Glyco Life, Compi Ghana, and Gual Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round one, the scores. At the end of round one, Indian School of Business and Technology had 11 points. The University of Ghana had 19 points. We are going into round two. This will involve calculations. You are free to use your calculators. Each of you have the opportunity of answering 6 major questions. You have 30 seconds to give an answer for a major question, 5 seconds if it's a bonus, 3 points for a major question answered correctly in 2 attempts, 1 point for a bonus question answered in 1 attempt only. Please, are we okay? Are we clear, Eugene? We begin this round from the Indum School of Business and Technology. Indum. Now, PwC purchases a factory machine for 300,000 cedis with an estimated salvage value of 30,000 cedis. The machine is expected to produce 1 million units over its lifetime. During the first year, the machine produces 120,000 units, and in the second year, it produces 150,000 units. Calculate the depreciation expense for the first 2 years using the unit of production method. I take it again. PwC purchases a factory machine for 300,000 cedis with an estimated salvage value of 30,000. The machine is expected to produce 1 million units over its lifetime. During the first year, the machine produces 120,000 units, and in the second year, it produces 150,000 units. Calculate the depreciation expense for the first 2 years using the units of production method.
$36.45.
That is not correct. You have one other chance. You've been bailed out. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
The depreciation in the first year is 32,400, and the depreciation in the second year is 40,500.
Yes, that is correct. And now your major question, University of Ghana. ICAG purchases a printing press for 200,000 cedis with an estimated salvage value of 20,000 cedis. The press is expected to produce 500,000 prints over its lifetime. During the first year, the press produces 80,000 prints, and the second year, it produces 100,000 prints. Calculate the depreciation expense for the first 2 years using the unit of production method. ICAG purchases a printing press for 200,000 cedis with an estimated salvage value of 20,000 cedis. The press is expected to produce 500,000 prints over its lifetime. During the first year, the press produces 80,000 prints, and the second year it produces 100,000 prints. Calculate the depreciation expense for the first 2 years using the unit of production method.
Okay, so we have for the first year 28,800, and then the second year 36,000.
Yes, that is correct. Common preamble to both schools. Common preamble. You are given information on an expenditure extract of the Department of Social Integration for the year. So I'm going to ask you to compute some figures for me. Now, Indum, your figures for compensation. Annual budget is 16 million. Revised budget 17.5 million. Actual expenditure 21 million. Now, what is the budget out 10% for compensation? I take it again. Your figures for compensation. Annual budget is 16 million. Revised budget 17.5 million. And the actual expenditure is 21 million. What is the budget out 10% for compensation for the period? Even bailed out. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
20%.
Yes, 20%. And now for you, goods and services. The annual budget is 8 million. Revised budget 7.2 million. Actual expenditure 3.4 million. Annual budget is 8 million. Revised budget is 7.2 million. And the actual expenditure is 3.4 million.
52.78%.
Yes, that is correct. Indom School of Business. Your major question. David Abel, who is resident in Ghana, has the following investment portfolio: Government bonds yielding an interest income of 20,000 cedis per year. Rental income from residential properties amounting to 40,000 cedis per year. Dividend from shares worth 15,000 cedis per year. Calculate the total tax payable. David Abel is an individual in Ghana with the following investment portfolio. Government bonds yielding an interest income of 20,000 cedis per year. Rental income from residential properties amounting to 40,000 cedis per year. And dividend from shares worth 15,000 cedis per year. Calculate the total tax payable.
11,250.
What?
11,250.
No, please, that is not correct. You have one other chance. Even bailed out. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
4,400.
That is correct. Now your major question, University of Ghana. Felix Tay is an individual in Ghana with the following investment portfolio. Interest income from XYZ Bank, a residential financial institution of 30,000 cedis per year. Rental income from commercial properties amounting to 50,000 cedis per year. Dividend from shares worth 20,000 cedis per year. Calculate the total tax payable. Felix Tay is an individual in Ghana with the following investment portfolio. Interest income from XYZ Bank, a residential financial institution of 30,000 cedis per year. Rental income from commercial properties amounting to 50,000 cedis per year. Dividend from shares worth 20,000 cedis per year. Calculate the total tax payable.
9,100.
9,100 is correct. Next set of questions. For our next set of questions, we are beginning from the University of Ghana. We are starting our next set of questions from the University of Ghana. University of Ghana. A bag. A bag contains 5 red marbles, 3 blue marbles, and 2 green marbles. If one marble is drawn at random from the bag, what is the probability of drawing a red marble or a blue marble? I take it again. A bag contains 5 red marbles, 3 blue marbles, and 2 green marbles. If one marble is drawn at random from the bag, what is the probability of drawing a red marble or a blue marble?
0.8.
0.8 is correct. Indum School of Business and Technology. A box contains 4 black balls, 6 red balls, and 2 white balls. If one ball is drawn at random from the box, what is the probability of drawing a black ball or a red ball? I take it again. A box contains 4 black balls, 6 red balls, and 2 white balls. If one ball is drawn at random from the box, what is the probability of drawing a black ball or a red ball?
0.83.
Yes, that is correct. University of Ghana. The demand function for a good is given by K equals 400 minus 2P plus 3A, where K is quantity demanded, P is price, A is advertising expenditure. The current price is 50 cedis and advertising expenditure is 1,000 cedis. Calculate the cross price elasticity of demand with respect to advertising expenditure when advertising expenditure changes from 1,000 cedis to 1,200 cedis. I take it again. The demand function for a good is given by Q equals 400 minus 2P plus 3A, where Q is quantity demanded, P is price, and A is advertising expenditure. The current price is 50 cedis, and advertising expenditure is 1,000 cedis. Calculate the cross price elasticity of demand with respect to advertising expenditure when advert expenditure changes from 1,000 cedis to 1,200 cedis.
Zero 0.91.
Yes, that is correct. And now to you, Indum. The demand function for a good is given by Q equals 600 minus 3P plus 4I, where Q is quantity demanded, P is price, and I is income. Currently, the price is 40 cedis, and consumer income is 10,000 cedis. Calculate the income elasticity of demand when consumer income changes from 10,000 cedis to 12,000 cedis. I take it again. The demand function for a good is given by Q equals 600 minus 3P plus 4I, where Q is quantity demanded, P is price, and I is income. Currently, the price is 40 cedis, and consumer income is 10,000 cedis. Calculate the income elasticity of demand when consumer income changes from 10,000 cedis to 12,000 cedis. Even bailed out. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
0.99.
0.99 is correct. And now the last set of questions for this round. Last set of questions for this round. University of Ghana. University of Ghana. Calculate the profitability index for a project with an initial investment of 200,000 cedis and expected cash flows of 60,000 cedis annually for 5 years. The discount rate is 10%. You have to advise whether the project should be undertaken. Calculate the profitability index for a project with an initial investment of 200,000 cedis and expected cash flows of 60,000 cedis annually for 5 years. The discount rate is 10%. Advise whether the project should be undertaken or not.
So the profitability index is 1.137, and then the project should be undertaken.
That is correct. Indom School of Business. Evaluate a project with an initial investment of 150,000 cedis and expected cash flows of 40,000 cedis annually for 5 years. If the discount rate is 8%, calculate the profitability index and advise whether the project should be undertaken. I take it again. Evaluate a project with an initial investment of 150,000 cedis and expected cash flows of 40,000 cedis annually for 5 years. If the discount rate is 8%, calculate the profitability index and advise whether the project should be undertaken or not.
So the profitability index is 0.1, and then the project should not be taken.
That is not correct. You have one other chance. You've been bailed out. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
So we have the profitability index to be 1.065, and then the project should be accepted.
Yes, that is correct. On that note, we come to the end of round 2. Ladies and gentlemen. The contest is between the University of Ghana and the Indom School of Business and Technology. The winner of this contest will progress to the quarterfinal stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the program is streaming live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Our media partners are TV3 Daily Graphic and Graphic Online. Our sponsors, Compu Ghana, Glyco Life, Goal Ghana, Ghana National Association of Teachers, PwC Ghana, and MTN Ghana. At the end of round 2, the scores. Indom School of Business and Technology had 3 points. The University of Ghana had 23 points. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into round 3, the business case of the day. There's a common problem that both schools are supposed to work out and come up with a solution, which will be compared with what we have and marks awarded out of 10. They will have 10 minutes within which to work out their solution. Please, you may take out your problem now. It's a problem on public sector accounting and finance. Evaluation of financial statements. We take the problem together. Presented below is a statement of financial performance of the Consolidated Fund of Ghana. There's a revenue and expenditure statement of the Consolidated Fund for the year ended 31st December 2020. Please, you are not to start working until you are told to do so. So we have revenues for 3 periods. We have 2020 actual, 2019 actual, and the 2020 budget. There are revenues such as direct tax, indirect tax, non-tax revenue, and grants. Expenditure items, compensation, use of goods and services, consumption of fixed capital. We have interest, subsidies, other expenses, exchange difference. And then there's also a net operating result. The requirement is simple. Prepare a common size statement of financial performance in line with the recommended practice guide 2, financial statement discussion and analysis. It is a very simple exercise. You may begin work now. You have 10 minutes. You can start now.
The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired to offer more. Leadership stands up to be answerable. We use our national and international conferences to tell our story and hold ourselves to high global benchmarks. Leadership is where brilliance is rewarded. We reward brilliance with scholarships for postgraduate students. Leadership thrives on fresh ideas. Our Tertiary Business Sense Challenge makes you see business from a different perspective. Leadership is not about today. We keep an eye on tomorrow by providing internships in high-ranked institutions to inspire the next generation of business leaders. Leadership is acquiring ATSWA, CA Professional, Post-Chartered Diploma from ICAG. ICAG, where leaders become more. Information is a great source of power. Adding to your options, knowing that quality and standard remains intact and our content, which is accepted as truth and accuracy every day, is accessible on the go. Access your favorite daily graphic and our weeklies The Mirror, Graphic Business, Graphic Showbiz, Junior Graphic, and Graphic Sports on Graphic News Plus app. It's the digital replicas of our work. Download Graphic News Plus app on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and available on www.graphicnewsplus.com as you remain abreast of and keep pace with on-the-minute news updates on the go. Home sweet home. Welcome family and friends. Choose the bundle that best works for you from as low as 10 Ghana cedis weekly for unlimited access to all publications. Graphic, truth and accuracy every day. Information is a great source. very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired to offer more. Leadership stands up to be answerable. We use our national and international conferences to tell our story and hold ourselves to high global benchmarks. Leadership is where brilliance is rewarded. We reward brilliance with scholarships for postgraduate students. Leadership thrives on fresh ideas. Our Tertiary Business Sense Challenge makes you see business from a different perspective. Leadership is not about today. We keep an eye on tomorrow by providing internships in high-ranked institutions to inspire the next generation of business leaders. Leadership is acquiring ATSWA, CA Professional, Post-Chartered Diploma from ICAG. ICAG, where leaders become more. The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG,
Please stop work. Your time is up. The time is up. Please stop work. Thank you. Thank you.
Great source of power, adding to your options, knowing that quality and standard remains intact, and our content, which is accepted as truth and accuracy every day, is accessible on the go. Access your favorite daily graphic and our weeklies, The Mirror, Graphic Business, Graphic Showbiz, Junior Graphic, and Graphic Sports on Graphic News Plus app. It's the digital replicas of our work. Download Graphic News Plus app on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and available on www.graphicnewsplus.com as you remain abreast of and keep pace with on-the-minute news updates on the go. Home sweet home. Welcome family and friends. Choose the bundle that best works for you from as low as 10 Ghana cedis weekly for unlimited access to all publications. Graphic, truth and accuracy every day. Information is a great source of power, adding to your options, knowing that quality and standard remains intact, and our content, which is accepted as truth and accuracy every day, is accessible on the go. Access your favorite
From the round 3, the business case of the day. This is still the Tertiary Business Sense Challenge version 6.0. The contest is between the University of Ghana Business School and the Indom School of Business and Technology. Both schools were given a set of financial statements. The statement of financial performance of the consolidated fund for the year ended 31st December 2023. What they were supposed to do was to prepare a common size analysis or statement of revenue and expenditure. Now, common size statement or common size analysis is one of the tools for analyzing or evaluating the performance of an institution, an entity, in this case a consolidated fund. Essentially, when you have to analyze or perform a common size analysis on the statement of financial performance, the income statement or any statement that measures profit, what you do is to express all the items in the statement over the total revenue for the period. So for instance, in the case before us, we were given revenues or revenue figures as well as expenditure figures. And they were for 2020 actual, 2019 actual, as well as the 2020 budget. So when we take the 2020 actual, the direct tax figure is 32,900. The total revenue there is 94,900. So if you want to perform a common size analysis, you just have to express the direct tax figure over the total revenue figure of 94,900, and that should give you 34.67%. Essentially, you are expressing all the figures over the total revenue figures. Once you do that, you have direct tax, for instance, of 34.67, indirect tax of 46.79, non-tax revenue of 15.81, and grant of 2.73. Together, that should give you total revenue of 100%. This is because you use the total revenue as a basis. Similarly, you express all the expenditure items out of total revenue. You don't use total expenditure. You also express the expenditure items as a percentage of total revenue Once you do that, you have total expenditure, for instance, for the 2020 actual of 132.2, and therefore a net operating result of negative 32.2%. So you do for all of them, that should give you about 40 ticks. You multiply that by 1/4, and that is 10 out of 10. Let me begin with the Indum School of Business and Technology. Indum. It appears they did not understand the common size statement. They were rather preparing or computing variances. They were rather computing variances. For instance, the direct tax, they had 32,900 minus 24,800, all over 24,800. I presume those are the figures for 2020 actual and 2019 actual. No, that is not a common size analysis. What you are doing at best is a variance analysis, or perhaps a horizontal analysis in some extended explanation. So they did for all of them. Unfortunately, that is not what I was expecting. But they did some work. So for the effort, I give them 1 out of 10. Now, the University of Ghana, they prepared a common size statement. Indeed, all figures, as we can see on the board, are represented on their sheet before me. Yes, they had 40 ticks. For their effort, they get 10 out of 10. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 3, Indum School of Business and Technology had 1 point. The University of Ghana had 10 points. Please show some love. Show some love. We are going into round 4A. The schools who want to effect substitutions. Am I right? Yes, please go ahead with your changes. Gentlemen, you are welcome on stage.
Thank you.
All right, please introduce yourself, Indum, the rep from Indum.
Okay, so my name is Obed Eya Ahin, level 200 Banking and Finance.
You're welcome, Obed. Who do we have from University of Ghana?
Prince Ascot Bodo, level 400 Accounting.
You're welcome, Prince. Ladies and gentlemen, round 4A is upon us. In this round, I'm going to ask them questions on some stories that appeared in the Graphic Business newspaper. For the purpose of this contest, I'm asking them questions on stories that appeared in the 13th, 20th, and 27th August editions of the newspaper. Each school will have the opportunity of answering 6 major questions. If you get a major question correct, that is 3 points. For a bonus, it is 1 point. 10 seconds to give an answer. For a major question, 2 attempts only. For a bonus, we have 5 seconds in 1 attempt. Please, are we ready? If we are ready, we are going to begin this round from the University of Ghana. University of Ghana. It's a common preamble to the 2 schools. Please take note. Common preamble. Absa Bank, in collaboration with the MasterCard Foundation, has invested over 1.1 billion cedis, covering 5,900 small companies across the country. The implementers made the revelation during their visit to some beneficiary local companies in the Eastern and Greater Accra region. Now, for each of the following, indicate how the support helped in their business. Do you get a question? For each of the following companies I'm going to mention to you, indicate how the support helped their business. University of Ghana. Yours is Jean Billy Farms. Jean Billy Farms.
So with Jubilee Farms, with a receipt of the 3.3 million Ghana cedis, they were able to increase their farm, pineapple farm, to nearly 100 acre, which they even envisaged it to go beyond 100 acre at the end of the year. They were also able to secure the acquisition of a tractor that was used for their farming, and also employment also increased from 35 to over 100 people.
That is correct. Endum, yours is Praise Export Services Limited. Praise Export Services Limited.
So they also had they increased their export, their exports, and also were able to. The fund helped them in paying their some employee salaries, and also had an increase in employment.
I'll accept that. Common preamble to the two of you. Mobile money has transformed Ghana's financial services, changing the way people conduct business or transactions and manage their money. Its simplicity, accessibility, and widespread acceptance have made it an essential part of the country's financial ecology. However, current data from the Bank of Ghana show a dramatic fall in Momo transactions in June 2024. Dr. Andrews Ayiku explores the economic and regulatory issues that have contributed to the drop, with a focus on the impact on SMEs. University of Ghana, your question is to identify and explain briefly any three of the possible causes that were mentioned in the article. Momo transactions fell in June 2024. In the article, some reasons were mentioned. Identify and explain any three of these reasons mentioned.
All right, so we have inflation and low disposal income, which has to do with how the general price of goods are increasing. As such, people tend to not use Momo transactions for purchases. And we have the electronic transaction levy, which is the e-levy, and it has also increased the cost of using Momo for transaction purposes. As such, people also do not use. That has led to the fall of it. And also we have the regulatory compliance and cost, which has
So with the regulatory and compliance cost, here many businesses have reduced their usage of the Momo transaction due to the financial and administrative costs that is associated with the use of the mobile money.
Yes, that is correct. Now, Indum, yours is to identify and explain briefly any three of the possible impacts of this reduction. Identify and explain briefly any three of the possible impacts of the reduction on SMEs. Reduction in Momo transactions on SMEs.
Okay, so we have a decrease, and it caused an ineffective financial management where the SMEs were unable to track their financial records and analyze effectively. And then secondly, a loss of customer satisfaction. Some customers sometimes prefer to pay their products or their services related to them through Momo, and since the unavailability and all the high cost of Momo services cause in effect a problem of them not be able to be sent because of the high charges. And also
Okay, so 2 out of 3. They were able to mention 2 of the points, and that is accepted. Next set of questions beginning with the University of Ghana, but this is a common preamble to the 2 of you. Common preamble. University of Ghana. Now please listen as well, Indum. The Institute for Fiscal Studies, IFS Ghana, has cast doubt on government's revised revenue projections for 2024, indicating that they are out of sync with reality and not achievable. University of Ghana, yours is, What was the original total revenue and grants target for 2024, the revised target for 2024, and the total revenue for 2023? I take it again. What was the original total revenue and grants target for 2024, the revised target for 2024, and the total revenue for 2023?
The revenue for 2024 was 176.41 billion Ghana cedis, and it was revised to 177.22 billion Ghana cedis, and then the percentage change. And for 2023, the revenue was 143.96 billion Ghana cedis.
That is correct. You wanted to add a percentage change for me. I didn't request for that, but you can add it if you want to. Now, Indum, yours is, what was the revenue to GDP ratio in 2023, original revenue to GDP ratio target for 2024, and the revised total revenue or GDP total revenue target for 2024? Did you get a question? What was the revenue to GDP ratio in 2023, original revenue to GDP target for 2024, and the revised revenue to GDP target for 2024?
So we have 11%. We have 0 points. The revenue to GDP was 326 billion Ghana cedis. And then the revised one was 388 million Ghana cedis.
That is not correct. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
So for 2023, we have 16.2% of GDP. For 2024, we have the original to be 16.85% of GDP, and then the revised is 17.4% of GDP.
Yes, that is correct. For our next set of questions, we are beginning from Indum School of Business and Technology. Indum, you are beginning the next set for us. Please, your question. Common preamble. According to the governor of the Bank of Ghana, the opening of the gold refinery opened a new era to promote gold beneficiation and value addition. You got a preamble. Now, Indum, what are the three main benefits of this, as stated in the article? According to the governor of the Bank of Ghana, the opening of the gold refinery opened a new era to promote gold beneficiation and value addition. What are the three main benefits of this, as stated in the article?
So one is its added value to goals, its increased economic growth.
It also promotes economic stability.
Are you speaking to the microphone?
First,
Repeat what you said.
Okay, so the establishment of the gold refinery will add value to the our gold, and then we are going so that the country might get higher prices for its sale of goods, and then it's also going to drive economic growth and also promote economic stability.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Now, University of Ghana, you're also supposed to tell me 3 benefits, but this is to the economy of Ghana, as stated in the article. 3 main benefits of this to the economy of Ghana, as stated in the article.
So we have job creation. We have it's going to promote economic development and also going to increase foreign exchange earnings.
2 out of 3. So the job creation was not specifically mentioned in the article. That is what I'm not giving you for. Yes, next set of question, Indum. Common preamble. Common preamble to the two of you. No, not common preamble. Let's do this. Indum, what was the theme for the 13th Ghana Economic Forum? What was the theme for the 13th Ghana Economic Forum?
Unlocking opportunities and re-engineering Ghana economic model for sustainable development.
I'll give that to you. University of Ghana, what was the theme for the third quarter graphic business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting? What was the theme for the third quarter graphic business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting?
So we have the remittance ecosystem, the impact on the economy.
That is correct. And now the last question for this round, ladies and gentlemen. Common preamble to the two of you. In a report by graphic business editorial team member Kwame Lawe, used car dealers in the country are pleading with the government to reduce the duties paid at the ports when importing vehicles to enable them to be in business and continue with their trade. In the article, chairman of the Kaneshi First Light used car dealers disclosed that charges at the port have increased into 2 to 3 folds. Now, Indum, what was the estimated cost of Toyota Vitz saloon car a year ago, the current duty payable, and the resultant current price of the same vehicle? What was the estimated cost of Toyota Vitz saloon car a year ago, the current duty payable, and the resultant current price of the same vehicle?
So the price of Toyota Vitz was 27,000 Ghana cedis, and then the duty at port has risen from 4,000, a range of 4,000 to 30,000, and then the current price is 55,000 Ghana cedis.
2 out of 3. University of Ghana, yours is, what was the estimated cost of Toyota Yaris 2008 model saloon car a few years ago, the current duty payable, and the resultant current price of the same vehicle? What was the estimated cost of Toyota Yaris 2008 model saloon car a few years ago, the current duty payable, and the resultant current price of the same vehicle?
So the price a few years ago was 55,000, currently 140,000, and then the duty is now 70,000.
Yes, that is correct. Endum, so the one you missed was a new price. It is currently between 80,000 to 85,000. That is what you missed. On that note, we come to the end of round 4A. The contest is between the University of Ghana and the Indum School of Business and Technology. A place at the quarterfinal is at stake. This is still the Tertiary Business Sense Challenge. This is the 7th round of 16 contest. A place at the quarterfinal for one of these is automatically guaranteed. Whilst we wait for the scores, we want to remind all of us that the next contest will be between the University for Professional Studies Accra and the University of Education Winneba. Ladies and gentlemen. At the end of round 4A, the scores. Indum School of Business and Technology had 12 points. The University of Ghana had 18 points. Okay, so we have 2 more rounds to go. The true or false round is coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Now in this round, I'm going to read out some statements to you. Your duty is to tell me if the statement is true or false. If you tell me the right answer, you get 2 points. If you get it wrong, you suffer a penalty of -1. You may decide not to answer, in which case we can pass it on to the other school under the same conditions. You have 10 seconds within which to give me an answer. Please, are we okay? University of Ghana, are you okay? Indum, are you okay? All right. We begin this round from the Indum School of Business and Technology. Indum. Instant messaging platforms used in business communication should be treated with the same level of formality as traditional email correspondence to ensure professionalism. True or false? Instant messaging platforms used in business communication should be treated with the same level of formality as traditional email correspondence to ensure professionalism. True or false? You've been bailed out. Do you want to take the bonus, University of Ghana?
False.
Yes, false. University of Ghana, your major question. The use of encrypted email communication is redundant for internal company communications where confidentiality is not a concern. True or false? The use of encrypted email communications is redundant for internal company communications where confidentiality is not a concern. True or false?
False.
Yes, false. Indum. In general, a firm should undertake any project that has an internal rate of return that is positive. True or false? In general, a firm should undertake any project that has an IRR that is positive. True or false?
True.
No. No. University of Ghana. University of Ghana. If the internal rate of return is used to discount all cash flows associated with a project, the net present value of the project will be equal to 0. True or false? If the IRR is used to discount all cash flows associated with a project, the NPV of the project will be equal to 0. True or false?
True.
Yes, true. Indum School of Business. Vertical analysis involves comparing different companies within the same industry. True or false? Vertical analysis involves comparing different companies within the same industry. True or false?
False.
Yes. University of Ghana. University of Ghana. Horizontal analysis involves comparing a company's financial performance to industry benchmarks. True or false? Horizontal analysis involves comparing a company's financial performance to industry benchmarks. True or false?
False.
Yes, false. For the next set of questions, we begin with the University of Ghana. University of Ghana. The derivative of a constant function is always 0. True or false? The derivative of a constant function is always 0. True or false?
True.
Yes, true. Indum. The derivative of a sum of two functions is the sum of their derivatives. True or false? The derivative of a sum of two functions is the sum of their derivatives. True or false?
False.
No. No. University of Ghana. Data redundancy refers to the occurrence of duplicate data within a database. True or false? Data redundancy refers to the occurrence of duplicate data within the database. True or false?
False.
No. Endum, data normalization is a process of organizing data to minimize redundancy and dependency. True or false? Data normalization is a process of organizing data to minimize redundancy and dependency. True or false? Bailed out. Do you want to take the bonus, Eugene? You don't want to. I want you to. Yes, the answer is supposed to be true. True. The last set of questions for this round. Last set of questions. Eugene, the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, is required to pay all the revenue collected into the consolidated fund in accordance with the PFM Act. True or false? The GRA is required to pay all the revenue collected into the consolidated fund in accordance with the PFM Act. True or false?
False.
Yes. Endum, the GRA is required to retain not more than 5% of the net annual revenue collected. True or false? The GRA is required to retain not more than 5% of the net annual revenue collected. True or false? Even bailed out. You want to take the bonus, Eugene?
False.
Yes, false. They are to retain not more than 3% of all net revenues collected. On that note, we come to the end of round 4B. Ladies and gentlemen, a place at the quarterfinals is at stake. It is either University of Ghana or the Indom School of Business and Technology. One of these two schools will qualify. Already we have the Central University, we have the Accra Technical University, we have the University of Cape Coast, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, we have the University of Education, University of Energy and Natural Resources, as well as the University for Development Studies. Either Indom School of Business or the University of Ghana will join them at the quarterfinal. At the end of round 4B, the scores. Indom School of Business had no points. The University of Ghana had 13 points. 13 points. We are going into the final round, the riddles. In this round, I'm going to give a set of clues to them. Now, the first school to ring their bell will be required to answer to the riddle. Let me hear the bell from Indom and that of the University of Ghana. When you ring a bell, you have 10 seconds to give an answer. If you get it wrong, you can no longer partake in that riddle. And where there are additional clues, I'll read them to the hearing of the remaining school. Now, depending on the clue at which you answer, you may get 5 points. That is, if you get it correct on the first clue. 4 points on the second clue. 3 points on any other clue thereafter. Please, are we okay? Before then, Indum, final round. Yes, what should we expect from you? What should we expect from you going to the final round? Please, I didn't hear you. University of Ghana, what should we expect from you?
Consistency in our performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, I expect consistency in my voice. Round 5. Yes, radio number 1. Please get ready. There will be 5 riddles in all. I am a business and economic situation that arise when a business organization adjusts business processes to meet a rise in demand. In business, I encompass the features that lead to an increase in average cost as a business grows beyond a certain size. 3. With me, rather than experiencing continued decreasing cost and increasing output, a firm sees an increase in cost when output is increased. 4. I can involve factors internal to an operation or external condition beyond a firm's control. Internal factors may result from technical issues in a production process, organizational management issues, or resource constraints on productive inputs. 5. In microeconomics, I am the cost disadvantages that economic actors accrue due to an increase in organizational size or in output, resulting in production of goods and services at increased per unit cost. Who am I? The answer is diseconomies of scale. Diseconomies of scale. Riddle number 2. Riddle number 2. I may be bad or negative, but I come about as a result of a bargaining process. I am a creation of accounting, and I fall under international financial reporting standards and generally accepted accounting standards. Essentially, I indicate that the selling party is in a distressed state and must unload its assets for a fraction of their worth. For this reason, I nearly always favor the buyer. I do not arise, but once I do, I am recorded as an extraordinary gain in the income statement. 5. I refer to the bargain purchase amount of money paid when a company acquires another company. University of Ghana.
Goodwill.
I won't accept that. I continue. I refer to a bargain purchase amount of money paid when a company acquires another company or its assets. I am the opposite of goodwill.
Bad debt.
Bad debt. No. You are a bad will or negative goodwill. Either bad will or negative goodwill. Riddle number 3. Riddle number 3. I am a supplementary foreign exchange reserve asset defined and maintained by the International Monetary Fund. I was created in 1969 to supplement a shortfall of preferred foreign exchange reserve assets, namely gold and US dollars. I am a unit of account or an artificial currency instrument created by the IMF, which uses me for internal accounting purposes. I am allocated by the IMF to countries, and I cannot be held or used by private parties. My value is created from a weighted basket of major currencies, including the US dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen, the Chinese renminbi, and the British pound. My interest rate provides the basis for calculating the interest rate charged to member countries when they borrow from the IMF, and I am paid to members for their remunerated creditor positions in the IMF. Who am I? Yes, University of Ghana.
Labor.
No, that is not the LIBOR or the LIBOR. No. Indum, do you have any answer?
An extended credit facility.
No, it is a special drawing rights. Special drawing rights. Riddle number 4. Riddle number 4. I am a type of import provided for in the tax laws. I am specifically mentioned in section 37 of the VAT Act. Indeed, I am not subject to VAT. 3. I encompass a list of supplies identified under the first schedule of the VAT Act. 4. I am also classified as such in conformity with the customs tariff schedule, also known as the harmonized system. 5. My name is derived from my tax status in reference to the import of goods. Yes, University of Ghana.
Exempt import. Or exempt
Finally, yes, that is correct. Exempt import is correct. They answered on the last clue. That is 3 points. 3 points. And now the last riddle, ladies and gentlemen. In descriptive statistics, I am a measure of statistical dispersion. I am an example of a trimmed estimator, defined as a 25% trimmed range, which enhances the accuracy of data statistics by dropping lower contribution outlying points. I may also be called the mid-spread, middle 50%, fourth spread, or H-spread. I can be used to identify outliers. I also may indicate the skewness of the data set. The median is my corresponding measure of central tendency. I am defined as the difference between the 75th and 25th percentiles of the data. That is, the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. University of Ghana.
Interquartile deviation.
Interquartile.
Interquartile deviation.
I won't take that. And if you want to answer? Yes.
Quartile deviation.
Interquartile range. Interquartile range is what I'm looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we come to the end of the... But maybe on a second thought, I'll take the interquartile deviation. Yes. Yeah. They are used interchangeably sometimes. Yes, I'll take that. So University of Ghana gets that on the last clue. That is 3 points. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we come to the end of the contest between the University of Ghana and the Indum School of Business and Technology. The winner will progress to the quarterfinal stage, where they will join the likes of Central University, Accra Technical University, University of Cape Coast, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, University of Energy and Natural Resources, and the University for Development Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for round 5. Indum School of Business had no points. University of Ghana had 6 points. So we will await the final scores to decide who won this contest at the end of it all. Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest will be between the University of Professional Studies, Accra, and the defending national champions, the University of Education Winneba. So whilst we wait for the final results, Indum, how has the experience been like in this contest?
Okay, so our experience has been good, and then we hope to come back better next year.
Okay. Now, should you not make it beyond this point? Should you not make, whilst we wait for the final results, what will be your major takeaway from Tertiary Business Sense Challenge 2024? Each of you have to speak to me. Assuming without admitting that you don't make it beyond this point, what will be your major takeaways individually from this seat?
Okay, so personally...
Please speak into the microphone.
Okay, so personally, I think I have been exposed to much of things in the business field in which they aren't in my field of study. So I think it's a great opportunity for me, and I think it has enlarged my territory of studies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Okay, so for me too, I've learned a lot, and it has given me
Please
experience.
speak louder.
All right, so I've also learned a lot, and it has also given me experience as well as increasing my knowledge about some business-related concepts.
All right.
Okay, so for me, it's been very educative, and it has exposed me to a lot of things about the business sector.
Okay, thank you very much, Indian School of Business. That is essentially what the TBS is about. We expose you to many other things that you may not have thought of. Now, University of Ghana, assuming without admitting that you don't make it beyond this point, what will be your major takeaways from this contest? Each of you should speak. Emeka, I won't take any sarcastic answer from you. Any of you, all of you should speak to me.
Okay, so I think this has been a learning curve, like my brother used to say. We've learned a lot in all business areas and even beyond, especially with the graphics. We are being updated with the current trends in the business field, and we are happy to be in this competition. Yeah.
Okay, Emeka.
Alright, so assuming we don't make it, even though we will make it, my biggest takeaway is age is just a number, or the level you are in is just a number. Doesn't matter the level you are in, but so far as you know you can make certain great strides, then just go for it.
Thank you.
Okay, so my greatest takeaway from this is the opportunity it has presented to me, and also how it has boosted my confidence in answering a question. It's not always about you knowing, but the composure also matters here.
Okay. All right. Definitely, TBSC is all for a change in the lives of all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, we all learn and we all continue to learn. At the end of the contest, the final scores. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the contest, Endom School of Business and Technology had 27 points. Please show some love to them. The University of Ghana had 89 points. Ladies and gentlemen, by this score, the University of Ghana has qualified to the quarterfinal stage. Congratulations to University of Ghana. Endom School of Business and Technology, it was a very tough contest for you. It was always going to be tough coming up against the three-time champions for the Southeast Zone. Yes, but you did well in your maiden appearance. Looking at the fact that you don't have any accounting student amongst you, and the fact that you are all in level 200 and 300, it is a learning experience. Go and prepare better and come back stronger next year. Thank you very much for coming this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the highest score for day one was 61 by University of Cape Coast. The highest score for day two was 72 by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. The highest score for now for day three is 89 by the University of Ghana. Indeed, it is the highest score so far for this year. Tertiary Business Sense Challenge 2024. 89 is the highest score this year. It is a score to beat, and I'm sure to whom it may concern, they should duly take notes to whom it may concern. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I want to thank you so much for being part of this contest. On behalf of all of you, my studio audience and my online viewers, on behalf of my technical team, Graphic Business, ICAG Tech, on behalf of sponsors MTN, PwC, Glyco Life, Compi Ghana, NAT, and Gold Ghana, TV3 Daily Graphic and Graphic Online, on behalf of all others concerned, David Abel, Prosper Zuma, NSJC, Felix Tay, Hussein Zakari, Jacob Doku, Francis Yvonne Ayi, Norris Asari, Emmanuel Amamu, David Gazor, Franklin Aka, and all others who were involved in bringing this contest to all of us. Until we meet next time for the contest between the University of Professional Studies Accra and the University of Education Winneba. My name is Al Hassan Yusuf Traore, and of course, you know I love academic violence like this one. I'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.
The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired to offer more. Leadership stands up to be answerable. We use our national and international conferences to tell our story and hold ourselves to high global benchmarks. Leadership is where brilliance is rewarded. We reward brilliance with scholarships for postgraduate students. Leadership thrives on fresh ideas. Our Tertiary Business Sense Challenge makes you see business from a different perspective. Leadership is not about today. We keep an eye on tomorrow by providing internships in high-ranked institutions to inspire the next generation of business leaders. Leadership is acquiring ATSWA, CA Professional, Post-Chartered Diploma from ICAG. ICAG, where leaders become more. The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired to offer more. Leadership stands up to be answerable. We use our national and international conferences to tell our story and hold ourselves to high global benchmarks. Leadership is where brilliance is rewarded. We reward brilliance with scholarships for postgraduate students. Leadership thrives on fresh ideas. Our Tertiary Business Sense Challenge makes you see business from a different perspective. Leadership is not about today. We keep an eye on tomorrow by providing internships in high-ranked institutions to inspire the next generation of business leaders. Leadership is acquiring ATSWA, CA Professional, Post-Chartered Diploma from ICAG. ICAG, where leaders become more. The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired to offer more. Leadership stands up to be answerable. We use our national and international conferences to tell our story and hold ourselves to high global benchmarks. Leadership is where brilliance is rewarded. We reward brilliance with scholarships for postgraduate students. Leadership thrives on fresh ideas. Our Tertiary Business Sense Challenge makes you see business from a different perspective. Leadership is not about today. We keep an eye on tomorrow by providing internships in high-ranked institutions to inspire the next generation of business leaders. Leadership is acquiring ATSWA, CA Professional, Post-Chartered Diploma from ICAG. ICAG, where leaders become more. The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired to offer more. Leadership stands up to be answerable. We use our national and international conferences to tell our story and hold ourselves to high global benchmarks. Leadership is where brilliance is rewarded. We reward brilliance with scholarships for postgraduate students. Leadership thrives on fresh ideas. Our Tertiary Business Sense Challenge makes you see business from a different perspective. Leadership is not about today. We keep an eye on tomorrow by providing internships in high-ranked institutions to inspire the next generation of business leaders. Leadership is acquiring ATSWA, CA Professional, Post-Chartered Diploma from ICAG. ICAG, where leaders become more. The very essence of leadership is to become more. At ICAG, we stand for leadership and we are inspired